Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a makeup tutorial on the Chloe Ciate palette, and I'm just going to start off with some concealer just to prime my eyelids. For concealer, I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in my MAC Pro Longwear concealer, just applying it all over my eyelid, and I'm just blending it out with my damp sponge. This will keep the eyeshadows on for much longer, but before I do anything, I'm going to set that area just so the concealer doesn't crease and all the eyeshadows blend out easier later. So going straight into the palette, I'm going to grab the colour My Tribe, which is like a beige eggshell colour, and I'm just going to use this on the brow bone area and kind of on the inner corner. And then I'm taking the colour Skinny Dip and Unconditional, and I'm going to use this as my transition colour. So just blending this through the crease just so all the other eyeshadows blend easier later. By the way, I'm using a new microphone, so if the audio sounds a bit strange, I'm still trying to work out the kinks in it. So now I'm going to grab this beautiful chocolate brown, and I'm just going to start deepening up the crease. So I'm just placing it right in that crease area and just blending it out. Now taking the colour Queen Bee, which is a dark chocolate brown colour, I'm going to continue deepening up the crease. So I'm just placing this right in the crease area and again just blending it out until I'm happy with it. Taking the colour Happy, I'm just going to place this on my lid area, and can I just say these eyeshadows are super pigmented, especially these shimmery ones. They just go on so easily and they are so buttery as well. So now I'm just going to clean up my eyeshadow, and then I felt like I needed a little bit of purple in there, so I'm taking the colour Daydream and I'm placing this also in the crease area just to kind of give it a hint of purple, because I felt like I wanted to put purple on the lower lash line later as well. So moving on to eyeliner, I'm just going to use my Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner, and I'm just going to apply this in kind of like a cat wing, cat eye kind of shape, just because it's my favorite kind of eyeliner. And then I'm going to grab a felt tip liner as well just to clean it up. This just makes it look a lot neater and also makes it look a lot more precise. And then I'm just finishing off with some mascara and some false lashes, and then we'll move on to the face. So for my face primer, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Lumi Magic Primer just so my face has a nice, beautiful glow after I've put my foundation on. So I'm just putting this on my face, and then I'm also going to use my NYX Pore Filler Primer, and I'm just going to focus this around the nose, cheek area, chin, and also forehead just to fill in any pores and fine lines. For foundation, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in NC30. Just because I did have a fresh layer of fake tan, I needed a darker foundation, so I'm just buffing this into my face with a synthetic brush. To help cover my dark circles, I'm going to use a salmon concealer. I'm also mixing in a bit of face oil just because this concealer is extremely thick and I just wanted to thin it out a little bit. So after I've applied that, I'm just going to blend it out, and then I'm also going to highlight with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the colour Vanilla. So I'm just going to highlight under my eyes, on my nose, on my chin, and also my forehead.
Let's play.
So going back in with that NYX concealer palette, I'm going to use a dark brown color, and I'm just going to use this to cream contour my nose. I don't know why I decided to do this. I just wanted to try out a cream contour today. And then I'm just baking the sides of my nose with some banana powder just to make those lines really crisp. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in darkest brown. I did set under my eyes, but I've got no idea where that footage has gone, but I did use my Australis banana powder as usual, but I really don't know where that footage has disappeared to. So now I'm taking my bronzer and I'm just going to bronze up my face. This is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light, and of course it is my favorite bronzer. It just is so smooth and seamless. To contour my cheekbones, I'm going to use this Makeup Geek contour powder, and this is in the color Complicated, which is like a cool color, and I'm just going to apply this on my cheekbones just to really chisel them out. And then you kind of see that my contour gets very extreme very fast, and I totally realized that in the video, so I did have to clean it up a little bit with some banana powder. I also did kind of contour my forehead to even out the harshness on my face. So now I'm going to take my banana powder and just clean up that area. So for blush, I'm going to use a L'Oreal blush. I believe the name is Nectarine maybe, I can't remember, but I will have everything listed down below. So I'm just using this on my cheeks. And now I'm just going to brush off all that excess powder and blend out my contour a little bit more. For highlighter, I'm going to use my Mary Luminizer highlighter by The Balm, and I'm just going to place this on my cheekbones, on my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my forehead, pretty much everywhere the sun hits. And I just love this highlighter so much. It just creates such a beautiful sheen on the skin, but you do have to be careful because I've definitely gone overboard with this highlighter before. So jumping back over to the eyes, I'm taking the colour Unconditional, and I'm going to use this on the lower lash line and really smoke it out. So I'm starting off with this colour, and then I'm going to move on to some other colours and some more purples just to make it really dramatic and smoky. And the other two eyeshadows I'm going to use on the lower lash line are Queen Bee and Flirt. So I ended up grabbing this Makeup Geek eyeliner. I believe it's in the colour Orchid. It's a beautiful purple colour and it really made my eyes pop. I actually love coloured eyeliner so much, so I think I'm going to be doing more colourful looks very soon. So now I'm just finishing off with some mascara and then we'll move on to the lips. So for lips today, I'm going to use the liquid matte lipstick that came with the eyeshadow palette, and I believe this is in the colour Pinup. And I wasn't sure on this colour for myself, but after putting it on, I actually really fell in love with it. And this one was really comfortable to wear. It was not drying at all, but it still dried matte. Okay guys, so that's the finished look. I hope you really enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I've got a few more coming your way, so I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye!